Hello everyone, this is Zora. Welcome back to another episode of Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess HD. In the last episode, we went back to Ordon Village after unsuccessfully talking with the Gorons. So we went to go talk with the mayor, which is Elia's father, to see if we can persuade them with a little something something, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about the iron boots. I have no idea what you're thinking about, but you know what? That's okay too, I guess. Anyways, in this episode, we will go inside and see if we can persuade the Gorons if we can help out in any way, because they are not super friendly and we are getting concerned and or maybe afraid. It may be both. Anyways, let's go. So I will say in advance that before you really walk any further, as much as you really don't want to, make sure you have the iron boots on. You'll see why in just a moment, aside from the fact we're about to be assaulted by Gorons. Enough! Is this young one such an imposing enemy that you must all gang up on him? I think not, little brothers. I am a Goron elder, little human. I am called Goron, not Goron, little human. Say that right. Goron. Sweet God. Because of certain circumstances, I must lead the Goron tribe in place of Darbus, our tribal patriarch. Tell me, little human. Do you come from the village below? You have done well to come this far. You are strong. For a human. However, the mines beyond here are sacred to my tribe. Outsiders are not allowed. Unless... I could make an exception, but you would have to beat me in a contest of power. Are you willing to try that, little human? If you can actually talk properly, maybe. So they will not give you any sort of break to equip the iron boots. So you have to do it before the cutscene. Otherwise, you have to say no, or you will suffer the defeat of Goron. You also miss out on this fabulous, lovely cutscene. So I will admit, I'm actually not the greatest at this game. I'm probably just gonna be sitting here spamming the A or B button while moving left or right. So I apologize in advance. I have no idea how you can see what you should be doing. At this point, it's literally just RNG in my head. Or, you know, you could just not move, Link. That works too. Link. Oh wait, it doesn't count the D-pad, that's why. Okay, no wonder he was just slapping in the middle like an idiot. There we go. Young warrior, you have strong will and sharp eyes. Or maybe you're just downright stupid and just spamming buttons as you move along. That could be it too. Fine traits. Want to see how well you can use them? You have seen it, I would bet. The mountain, erupting without pause. When the mountain begins to rage, all four of us elders in Darbus, our patriarch, went inside to investigate its anger. We have a treasure that was entrusted to us by the spirits, and we must protect it, do you understand? But the moment Darbus reached out and touched the treasure, everything went wrong. He collapsed, and before our very eyes transformed into an unspeakable monster. He began to rage through the mines, trailing ruin behind him, and the eruptions grew more frequent and more severe. We used all of our strength to seal him deep inside the mountain. It grieved us to do this to our patriarch, but we had no other choice of action. Or course, you know what? Choice or course is the same thing. I ask this a favor of you, young warrior. Go to the aid of Darbus. Make no mistake, the spirits have guided you here. I, Goron, need your help. On behalf of my entire clan, I ask for your aid.
Hey.
You two! Let the young warrior pass. Alright, so before we go any further, I just want to point out two things. One, I never noticed he actually had like a bit of a beard/goatee. Two, if you see the little symbol on his arm, that is the symbol for the Gorons from Ocarina of Time. I have no idea if his belly symbol means anything, but I just know the ones in his arms. Anyways, I can get rid of these boots, and we can go forth towards the second dungeon of the game. If it decides to load in, that is. Anyways, welcome to the Goron Mines. This place. Oh man, this place. I have a history and a half with this place particularly. First off, I would like to apologize in my previous episodes for me running around like a dunce, not knowing what I'm doing, and for me complaining about things that I may or may not remember correctly. I know my memory is a little bit spotty at times, but I was really strongly against the fact that my memory was spotty. Yeah. So, if I recall correctly, because I've actually delved into this cave quite recently in a few, re-recorded episodes, actually. Apparently, from what I understand, if I were to fall into the lava right now, I would instantly die, meaning that it would have to do at least 3 hearts or more. So if I wanted to keep it as a whole number, I think in the normal version, falling down would mean 1 heart gone. I don't know if it does 4 hearts of damage or non-quadruple damage, and I don't want to find out. Anyways, right, this dungeon, I never really had too much problems with this dungeon. It's very easy. You have these push-down buttons that, oh, I forgot to hit that wood. You have to use your iron boots, and you have a timer. You just have to run through to the other side before the timer goes off. You just want to not burn alive. It is highly I don't know what kind of word I was trying to say that started with the word E. No, it is highly recommended that you have the Hylian shield before going into this dungeon, or at least the backup shield, because wooden shields will burn. For some reason, falling into lava doesn't count as wooden shields burning. I have fallen into lava plenty of times and my wooden shield never burned. So I've actually gone through this dungeon just with the wooden shield alone. But yeah, this dungeon is it's a little bit easy for me to actually keep track of, unlike the Forest Temple. Not because of the fact that I've done this plenty of times before, because of re-recording issues, but mainly because I remember this dungeon the most just because of the fire. Oh man, just because of the fire. Anyways, here we have a 20 rupee. I'm gonna see if I can get as many rupees as I can by the time I get out. Looks like we can't go anywhere else. Actually, what's over here? Just a bunch of pots? Yeah, just a bunch of pots. So, what we want to do is jump. Oh ho ho! Whoa. I should also actually pay attention to my surroundings, because I'm pretty bad at doing that. Like, for instance, look up at the ceiling. I didn't actually point these out, but these little fire slugs. You can't do any damage with your slingshot, because I'm assuming it'll just burn up. But they are also on the ceilings, And if I recall, in my state, being hit by this thing while it's falling from the ceiling does like 2 hearts. And it's not fun. I think I actually got killed because one fell on top of me, so I'm just gonna deal with these right now. Thank God that these little lava bugs do not move. Otherwise, I think I would be screaming because it's chasing me. So after you've more or less cleared your pathway, unless you're really ballsy and you really want to just run ahead and hope to God you don't get hit by one, put on your iron boots. Make sure you're on the button fully before putting on your iron boots. This cutscene will only happen once, so if you have to retry it again, you have to immediately pick up your pace, because that cutscene ain't gonna happen, and that cutscene is not gonna let you have its buffer. Alright, so we got over to the other side. I think you just hang on to a thing. You can either step on or hang on to it. Let me check. Okay, fine. We'll do it the normal way. I feel like you can hang on this little thingamajigger and then equip the iron boots and then it'll still lower, but then I guess it doesn't make sense now that I think about it. Oh ho ho. Oh no, you little sluggers. I feel like that might be a bad word. I'm sorry if it is. Oh, and they have the Goron symbol on the doors. Wait a minute. This is a mine full of lava. And they thought it was the greatest idea to install wooden doors. I feel like something went a little bit wrong when they designed this place. Okay, whatever. Hang over to your left, or it might be your right if you're playing the normal version. Hey, Bokoblins, how you doing? Oh, wait, crap. Fishy strike. Oh, we also have shield attack, which is actually really useful against a lot of enemies. I don't think any enemies that we've seen thus far will be able to block it, so it should be nice. This has a small key, and I will gladly take it. Nothing else over here. So let's just go up, go on to the other side. I'm gonna see how long it takes before my shield decides to actually burn up like a crisp. I'm pretty sure I can get through this dungeon with just this shield if I'm super careful. Which honestly, I am never super careful when I'm talking and playing at the same time. This is not gonna be fun. I will tell you that. Let's see. So, speaking of remembering things and such, one, these are apparently not. I thought these were lizard falls, but it makes no sense because they don't stand on their hind legs. Apparently, this is a Dodongo. I have never realized this was a Dodongo. I just knew they were weird lizards that spit fire. Anyways, speaking of maybe remembering things wrong, there is actually, I think there's supposed to be a monster introduced here, but I don't think it appears in the HD remake of this dungeon. So on this side, on the other side of this slab, I don't think this Dodongo was here, but instead there was a Redead Knight. Redeads are essentially they are zombies, not essentially. Redead Knights are Redeads, zombies, with a giant two-handed sword. In fact, I'll put a picture up just for you guys right here. They let out an ear-piercing scream that freezes Link, and you cannot move until the very last minute. I could have sworn it's in this dungeon. I haven't actually checked if it was actually in this dungeon, but I distinctly recall doing that. Ironically enough, I'm actually not afraid of the Redead Knight as much as normal Redeads, and I think it's just because I can beat the crap out of it, because he won't grab me and scream in my ear like a son of a... What are you doing, Link? Okay. You can keep on doing that, that's fine. Anyways, what you need to do is just pull out the slab, And you want to not use the Gale Boomerang. You want to almost get hit by the lava. No, you want to run over to the entrance because that place is gonna close and that's the way we need to go. So this is where the cool gimmick of this dungeon comes in. Well, the cool and the not so cool gimmick. Depending on who you talk to. All I know is that crystal looks so cool. I don't know if it's crystal or what, but it looks so nice. I don't know why there's water in the mines. If you use the iron boots underwater, you're gonna have an air meter, which goes down a little bit faster than I expected. Press on the button, and look at that! These crystals are actually magnetic, and you can stick onto them with the iron boots. It's so cool! It's so great! It's really, really slow. Oh, don't worry. There's actually there's a good part of the dungeon that I want to show you that it is incredibly slow at. Alright, so here we have what seems to be a Goron Elder. Ah. I thought I felt a presence, but what a surprise to find a young human. Word has come to me of you, and if Goron has faith in you, then your heart must be true. I am one of the 4 Goron Elders. Goromoto is my name. You are heroic, young hero. Human. What's the difference? Please, you must lend this tribe your power. And here we have a key shard. You need all 3 shards to return the big key to its original shape. So, I think this is the only dungeon out of all the other dungeons in this game that has a different looking big key. And it's such a cool concept. I don't remember if any of the other dungeons also have their own unique big keys. I feel like they do, but I also feel like they don't. That is one of the key shards that, when merged together, form the key to the room where Darbus is being held. He is our patriarch. The key is split into 3 pieces. Each of us elders keep a piece. You must hurry to the other elders. Yeah, I'll do that after I open up both of these treasure chests right here. But yeah, I like the fact that each of the big keys would be unique. I know they did that in Skyward Sword. I don't remember if they did it with Twilight Princess, and I would not be surprised if they didn't do it. But I'm also a little saddened that they didn't. I'll figure it out when we get into the next dungeon, don't worry. Right, so... Oh, I actually... If my memory serves correct, which it never does, I think I actually missed the dungeon map. I think I probably went through the entire dungeon not realizing there was a treasure chest right behind this man, even though it's right next to a ladder? I don't know. That one I'm definitely not sure of. Oh god, it's you. Whew. Free at last. Gracious, you're that nice fellow who helped me out the other day. How nice to see you again. Well, now that we found each other again, let's stick together for a bit, I'll be right with you, so if you want to warp out, just let me know. Great. We have the warper. I still don't understand who in the world designed this, nor why. So, even though I pick her up every so often, Oku is not a required item by any means. You can probably play this entire game not picking her up in any of the early dungeons. That's how useful not useful. That's how missable she is. There's not really any repercussions except the fact that you would have to, if you wanted to exit out dungeon, you would just have to leave and go at your own whim. So, just get on the side of this, make sure you don't fall, otherwise you're gonna have to go through that room again. Is it this one? No, this is just a repeat. Oh wait, no, this is this one. So, we are now in that previous room with the Dodongos and a button. This is going to suck. So, if I could just bring your attention to the map real quick. And you can see that this room is fairly small. Has a few pathways, sure, yeah. It doesn't show you what it's above, but yeah, there's two ways we need to go. And Link walks incredibly slow. Which it makes sense because one, he has the iron boots, which will make him walk slow anyways. Two, the iron boots are connected to the crystal by magnetic forces that I failed to explain. So of course he's gonna have some form of resistance and struggle with it. But man, it is really slow. I only noticed it, oh, hello! Oh, I have a new Harker data, sweet. I only just noticed it, while going through this, especially since, you can only, like, immediately get magnetized either at the very start of a crystal, like this, or if there's a pillar of magnetic energy that shoots out, like how we first turned it on in the first place. If that happens, Link will just kind of like flip upside down and go wherever it needs to go. So yeah, that's one annoyance. Two, it's very slow. It's also really disorienting when you're trying to turn around upside down. Oh man, is it really disorienting. Disorienting. I'm saying that right? Because it doesn't sound like I am. Anyways, we got that piece of heart. Just need to go to the other side, which is all the way over here. If I haven't already sped up the video, I might want to do it now. Or, you know, I could just continue to complain slash whine slash whatever tone my voice is right now. I'm actually surprised I hit that. But yeah, you just want to loop around, and you don't want to drop off by accident over there. That's where we came in, actually. That door right there is where we came in. No. You want to drop over at that door where the two torches are. Oh, and since we're upside down, if it wasn't obvious, we can't roll out. You can't use our rollout attack to go any faster. So this is the fastest that Link can go. Isn't it great? I mean, we're almost here. This is the only, like, big, slow bit of the dungeon, if I recall. Everything else should be smooth sailing from here. Speaking of episode, I probably should end this one. I probably should end this one. Alright, so in the next episode, looks like we have some Bokolins to deal with in this main room. I say main room, but I don't know if this is really a main room because we only enter here like maybe 3 or 4 times. But whatever. There's some Bokolins we need to kill. There's a switch that is screaming to be pressed. And all of that's gonna be done in the next episode. This is Zora, signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one.